Hello again. Today, I am going to try to persuade you into making the law enforcement do, let's say, 6 months on a desk and 6 months on the beat. The reason I say this is because of the brutality that the police are out here doing. I mean, and it's not just with black people. With me, I've seen them do it to mostly women and kids innocently. Like they'll mess with somebody for no apparent reason, and if the person don't like what's going on, the person will stand up for themselves, and when they do so, the police will take it upon themselves to do further action than what's necessary. Like for instance, the other day I seen somebody who was asked to get down, in which I do believe if an officer tells you to get down, you should get down, or if they tell you to put your hands above your head, I believe you should do so. I believe you should do whatever the officer commands if it's ethical, if that makes sense. I don't want nobody to think I'm saying that they should do completely whatever they says, even if it's something that's truly appalling. I don't think you should do it. I think you should be a human being and stand up for your rights, which we all have. But I believe in standing up for your rights and saying that the police brutality is really getting out of hand. Really getting out of hand. You got some police that are taking extreme force with older women, knocking them to the floor, and sometimes hitting them. You know, to me, if an officer is having a bad day and they approach somebody that's having a bad day, that's more than likely going to end in a bad situation, which I don't condone or don't believe should happen. And for a perfect example, it would be the Sandra Bland case. The officer, I guess, was having a bad day, and he ran upon somebody else who was having a bad day. Two people having a bad day really not gonna mix, and the outcome was what happened. She ended up dead. Nobody knew how or why she ended up dead. So again, it all goes back to making officers do 6 months on the beat and 6 months behind the desk. I say 6 months behind the desk because it gives them time to get back into reality, to actually see the good in man and not just the evil. Because I will say this, a cop's life is a life of seeing things that we common people only see in movies. You're seeing things that are really appalling, that you really don't understand and you really can't explain. You're seeing dead children, mothers killing children, fathers killing mothers. I mean, they see some very sick things on a daily. This is something they see on the regular. So I can understand when they ask somebody to do something and that person doesn't do it. It just seems like they just want to be belligerent, and when that happens, the lawman most police officers lose it. And I can understand why they lose it, because you might be in front of a crowd of maybe 10 or 15 people and you telling somebody to get down and they're not getting down. Then you have to use what they feel is extreme force. But I don't feel like they should use it. I feel like if you approach each person with respect, they in return will give you respect. But that's in a perfect world. We don't live in a perfect world. We live in a world where it's stating what's your rights to a police officer can, and most times will get you hurt. And again, I'm not just saying it for people of color, because I've seen more than people of color get roughed up by the police officers, but most times it's people of color. But I don't want to make the situation about that. I want to make the situation something that we can fix. And I believe we can fix it if we do give police officers 6 months behind the desk and 6 months on the beat. I think that's the only way to handle that. I think that's the best way to handle that. And if they handle it any other way, we're going to continue to go through this revolving cycle, because this is going to keep going on and keep going on. And also, I do want to add too, sometimes the pay rate of the police isn't what it should be. And in saying that, I do believe they should get paid a lot more, because their life is on the line. You know, officers can die from trying to take a simple criminal to jail for doing something wrong, and that criminal could say, I don't want to go, and take their life. So, you know, there it is. I wish everyone shared my sentiments with this, because it's very important to me, and it's very important that we get hold of the situation that is going on out here with the police. They are here to protect us, not harm us. And in some cases, some people feel like they are more so here to harm us than protect us. I would love, and I would love to see people and police get along. But if it keeps going in the direction that it's going, I think the problems are going to get a lot worse. And truthfully, I may be wrong in this, but I do believe the only way to fix the problem is more money. You pay them their money, they're happy. Give them better benefits with the insurance, they're happy. They don't have to rough anyone up. They can go to work and do their job peacefully. But until then, I'm just a small piece of the puzzle. That's just saying my part. I hope I did my job in persuading y'all to feel the same way, and we can get something done about this. Thank you.